Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2026 ski test. Today we're talking about this Rossignol Sender-Free 100. Every once in a while it feels like a manufacturer makes a ski just for me, and this is one of those situations. Obviously it is not just for me, but it's a question came up recently. I think it was on a YouTube comment, and somebody asked if I could only choose one ski to ski in the upcoming ski season, what would it be? And I pretty quickly said the Sender-Free 100. I am very excited about it. I know a lot of other skiers are very excited about it. We are living in the golden age of 100 millimeter underfoot twin tips, and I am 100% here for it. The kind of inspiration for this ski was the success of the Sender-Free 110, and they are very, very similar, but they are different too. I at first was a little bit disappointed that they didn't just make it exactly like the 110. That disappointment went away pretty quickly after I had it on snow. Really probably after the first time I had it on snow, because it's a great ski and the differences kind of make sense. So to me, it feels a little bit lighter. Starts with a very, very similar wood core to the 110, but then the placement of kind of the additive materials is different. So in the 110, they use carbon alloy matrix kind of cross-hatching above the core. In this ski, there is carbon and basalt in a slightly different format below the core. So kind of, a little bit, well, not a little bit, considerably closer to the ground rather than closer to your body. It does give it a little bit of a different feel. I think like the 110 has a little bit better vibration damping. This ski can like sound a little pingy, and I feel like if you were to just pick this up off the wall of your local ski shop and like do that, you probably would have a slightly not quite accurate sense of what it might feel like, because I was admittedly a little concerned about that, but on snow it feels pretty darn solid and smooth. And then let's see, this is the 178 centimeter length, putting it on the scale here, 1,870 grams. So a comparable length in the 110 I think is like 2,100 grams. So you see it reflected that it's a little bit lighter, and it does ski that way, but it's still solid enough. I think they did a really good job with that, and we can talk more about that in a second here. And then the flex pattern it's really good for a ski like this. It's soft and it's round, but it's not like so soft that you'll just flex right through portions of the ski. So it just gives you a ton of different tools. It gives you a ton of different capabilities. The shape is super playful, but then the build, like it's strong enough that you can trust it and you can ski it pretty aggressively. Looking at the shape here, the 100 has higher camber height than the 110, and it's pretty snappy. It's kind of hard to decamber the ski, and you definitely feel that when you ski it. It just has so much like potential energy built into the middle of the ski. And then like pretty much symmetrical tip and tail rocker. I don't think it's quite exactly symmetrical. I did some measuring when I mounted the pair that I own, and I remember it not being quite exactly symmetrical, but it's really close, like close enough that it truly feels like a twin tip. It's 100% through and through. This is a twin tip ski. Its capabilities extend far, far beyond just the terrain park, but it definitely has that twin tip vibe. And yeah, skiing it is just so much fun. I didn't prep any tester feedback for this video because you can go read all those things, and I just figured I would talk about my own experience. It's fantastic. It carves well enough that it satisfies kind of that demand for me as a skier. Again, like going back to that question, like, yeah, I would choose this. If I could only have one pair of skis, it would be this one. There are others that are awesome too, and like my choice would pretty much always fall in the 100 millimeter twin tip category, and there are other skis that are close. Love the Playmakers, love the QST 100. There's so many good ones, the new M-Free 100, but this one really speaks to me. And yeah, it carves well enough that like you can get on a groomer and have fun. And then for me, like I can pop to switch and I can ski at switch. It is really, really agile in bumps and trees. I think the combination of the shape and the light weight, but having like a supportive flex and some camber here is just ideal for skiing trees and bumps, at least for somebody like me. It gives me confidence to ski it purposefully, but it has like plenty of forgiveness for getting out of bad situations. If you put yourself into a troubling spot, you can get out of it really, really quickly. And then absolutely love skiing in the park. It's so much fun. Like I know that there are a lot of people that are going to be choosing something narrower for park skiing if you're like really a dedicated park skier. But for me, I'm almost 40, and being on a ski that's 100 underfoot in the park just feels so good because it gives you a little bit more of a platform to stand on, just feels a little bit more solid. And then I find them a little bit more forgiving too if you happen to like land a little bit sideways or you rush a switch takeoff or something like that. I think that the slightly wider skis are just a little bit less catchy and a little bit more forgiving. So yeah, I'm psyched about it. I could talk about it forever. I guess like I'll add that I was a little bit in between sizes. I ended up going up to, I believe the next size up is the 184. And that was a really good decision for me. And I don't always like going that long in even skis this shape. So if anything, I think, you know, being a little bit lighter, it skis a touch short. So if you're like me and you found yourself slightly in between sizes, don't be afraid of going with the longer one, because that's exactly what I did, and I definitely feel like I made the right decision. So yeah, that's it. That's the Sender Free 100. Let us know if you have any questions about it. If you want just like an hour and a half long video of me talking about the Sender Free 100, you can ask. I don't know that you'll get it, but could definitely do it. So yeah, really cool ski. Let us know if you have any questions, and we'll see you out there on the slopes.